Guys, can you believe that it took Volkswagen this long to throw a competitor into the compact SUV ring? I can't, but I'm so thrilled that they have now done it, because for too long now, okay, the likes of the Ford EcoSport and Hyundai Creta have sort of been in the limelight. But too long, okay? Because now things are about to change. In fact, if they've not changed already. Because this T-Cross, I was on the launch a couple of months back, and already it's selling like hotcakes. It's strange saying that. I suppose, yeah, I like a hot cake. Yeah, all right. Can't put icing on that though. Anyway, I digress. It is a fantastic little product, and what I like, so Ryan Bube, who's the editor or web editor of carmag.co.za, he put it quite well, and he said it's not just a Polo on stilts, because it's not. And that's what I think we were all expecting. It does share the same platform, but it is taller, wider, and longer than the Polo, and it sort of drives a little bit differently as well. So it does feel like a completely new car, which I love. And with all that extra wider, longer, taller, it means there is more space in here as well. So the boot is 455 litres, but you can make it ever so slightly bigger, or give yourself more rear legroom, because the seats slide forward and back, which is quite a nifty little thing to have, I must say. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Whoa! At the moment, you've only got two models to choose from. You've got the 1 litre TSI Highline and the 1 litre TSI Comfort line. Now, next year, we'll see the entry-level Trendline come here, which will be under 300,000 Rand, so VW says. So look out for that. And then we'll get the most powerful, like the flagship, the 1.5, that'll come as well next year. But for now, this is all you've got. So you've got 85 kilowatts of power and 200 Newton meters of torque, which isn't bad. It's a punchy little engine, totally fine for around town, etc. Both are mated to a DSG transmission, which again, we do love it. I'm finding this to be ever so slightly temperamental. It sort of maybe doesn't want to like downshift when I feel like it should, which is fine. My fuel consumption is sitting at 7 litres per 100 Ks, which I think is pretty good. But I've had a couple of problems. Okay, so I had the other T-Cross test car, and when I would press start, it happened like 4 times over sort of the 5 days that I had it. The engine, it wouldn't start. It kind of went like it was trying to start. So I'd press the button again and then start, and it would start perfectly. So the wonderful peeps, obviously at VW, are checking that out. However, the same thing has happened to me in this car, which begs to, one must think that maybe it's me, okay? That is very possible. The only argument I have with that is that I've done this a lot. I do this for a living, and I've never had that on any sort of push start car that I've ever, it doesn't sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I actually do. So that is a bit of a concern for me, but I think that once I have gotten the outcome from VW, they'll let me know what the deal is and whether I'm just being a total spaz. I will put it into the copy of this video. So check that out in case I've now just totally ruined it for you, because it shouldn't. And my way. And this is crazy. My only other tiny gripe is, and it's tiny, is that there is somewhat of little creaks and whatevers when you're sort of driving, like the dashboard. Funny enough, this model that I've gotten isn't as bad. The other one had a bit more. Maybe it's just maybe some idiot's driven it like off-road crazily or something, and now it's just got a few like it's just that, I mean, there is a sort of, everyone's a little bit like the plastics, are they a little bit too plasticky and everything. I quite love this interior. If you've spec'd it up, okay, which is going to cost you, it does look fantastic in here. Like this one's got like the wireless charger, and it's got this beautiful screen, obviously, which they have, and yeah, there's like some lovely options lists that you can pick, but beware, okay? Because, so the Comfort line comes in just under 335,000 Rand, and the High line comes in at 365,000 Rand. If you start ticking those options boxes, you're going to go well over 400, which is a lot for a small sort of compact SUV, in my opinion. But overall, I think Volkswagen has done quite an excellent job with this T-Cross. I really do enjoy driving it. I think if you love a Polo, you're going to love this. And it is like that step up, you know, you're sort of going like, okay, I want to sit higher. I want to feel like I'm more in a little bit of an SUV, and this certainly gives you that. It's refined, except, okay, I forgot that maybe I have one more other gripe. The stop start, we know I hate it, okay? I'm not even going to go into that. But what is a bit of a pain is the fact that when it does cut off and then start again, it's very intrusive and very grumbly. And it almost sounds like it's a diesel kicking up. So I don't know, that's not great for me, but you can at least turn it off. So those, okay, so I've had good and bad points, but overall, I would happily drive this every day, which is saying something. Okay, now my free advice, nothing to do with driving, but again, it's always about consideration. You know, an elevator or lift etiquette, okay? When you press a button and you're waiting for the lift, the sort of sensible and normal thing to do is to let people out of the lift before you go in. What is with this thing that people just start walking in and you're like, I'm sorry, where would you like me to go? I'm in a box. Let me out of said box and then you come in. Guys, it's common sense. I don't get it. But you know, I know there's a lot of things I don't get, but that is one. That's like a silly one, but it's a goodie. So call me maybe. Oh no, can't do that. At you, baby, but